It's already a very conversational Tuesday here in Morning at NTV. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Priscilla Regina Naloga. We start off with our tech note this morning. Something that is within our communities, within our households, within our hands, and at one point X we may feel like we're out of control for managing it, but at the end of the day we must find control measures and management strategies to enable ourselves keep safe and use it wisely, but yet at the same time utilize it. So we're looking at the guardians of the digital playground. Are our children safe online? Many of us get to scroll, get links to websites, and then you get there and you are started. If it can happen for you, an adult, imagine how much more for a child, and which knowing very much that there's the dark web that targets them. So as children, for us here in Uganda, there's an increasingly turn to the internet for learning and entertainment. The concerns about their safety in the digital space are continuing to grow leaps and bounds. From cyberbullying to inappropriate content to online predators, these risks are real. They are happening to our children. Now more than ever, we need to raise the alarm and call on parents, call on educators, and call on communities to take their respective action. But are we doing enough to empower our children also to navigate the online world safely? So we get to unpack that, and I'm glad to be joined by Hadijah Mwanje, Executive Director for High Sound for Children. Mwanje, Hadijah, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Priscilla. Good to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. Then we also do have a young user of the internet who's going to be speaking from a personal experience, Paulah, Stacy, Nakimuli. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So I'll start with you. When Paulah walked into the studio, she was, she was just updating, her thousands of followers on TikTok that she has arrived in NTV. Paulah, as a young user of the internet today, how are you responsibly enjoying the internet?
How? I love that question, responsibly, because it could be enjoying, for me personally, I do have time out for the screen. So I know what time I'm supposed to use my phone, what times I'm not supposed to use my phone, because I do school, but also, for example, at home, you can't go with a phone on the dining table. So there's rules in the house. So that has helped me to enjoy the internet responsibly. Okay,
your time out is between what time and what time?
Well, when I am home, like I can't be using my phone beyond 11 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until morning.
Until morning. Although, okay, sometimes I do break the rules.
Yeah.
But I did realize that it is so important for me, because most of the times I used to have headaches. My eyes actually got a problem because I was always on the phone. Now I'm realizing that it has to be responsible using of my gadgets and the net. Okay,
so the things that you have spoken about are external. Now let's go into the internal of while you are using the internet, while you're engaging on those social media platforms, while you're searching for quote-unquote work that you're searching for. What are some of the challenges and risks that you have faced while doing that?
One, addiction. I was addicted to social media. I remember I shared that story in our book, that I was addicted to social media to the point that I used to also, I ran into comparison, because I used to see all my my age mates, they had it all figured out, they are enjoying, and me, I was stuck.
And that's all determined by how much they were posting?
Not even how much, but because it's like when you are so much on the internet, you see a lot of content, and because the algorithm sees your engagement, what you like, what you usually like, every time you like, it knows, okay, you love going out, you love this. So I used to see even my friends at school used to have a good time, and me, I was stuck in a rut. I don't do those things, and then I went into depression. I remember I told you I took myself on a 1-month break of internet. I deleted all my social media, so it can get any young person into depression without even knowing. Okay, I'm glad that I knew, but it's not good. Too much usage and no limit, it can get to you mentally.
Wow. Hadijah, this is the reality, and she's just a sample space of the realities on ground. Children are home today, but parents had to go with their phones in order to pick them up from the day that they were getting off break from school. So it begs the question, from what her experience has been, are there practical steps that can actually be adopted by parents or even schools to be able to protect them from this online addiction, from this online pressure?
Yeah, there is a lot that we can do, but it starts with awareness. There is need to be aware that there is a problem, because right now, the state we are at as parents, we've not realized how much our children are taking in. Some parents don't even know that the children are accessing the internet. They are in denial because they didn't buy them the phones or any gadgets. But statistics have it that up to 40% of young people are online. And most of these go to the internet at least once a week. How do they go there? They know that I'll visit Paulah, or I'll be home and then I visit Paulah, and then I am able to catch up. So there is need for awareness, that awakening to know that, okay, the problem is here. What do we do? What parents can do, one, after understanding that my child is accessing the internet, first of all, get to know the platforms they are on, how do they access, and then guide them. I'll give you an example. My daughter is called Priscilla. I recently found out she's on Instagram, and yet I didn't buy her a phone, but she was already looking for followers, I just came across a chat with a friend using my phone.
Wow.
Meanwhile, she had been chatting and deleting.
Yeah.
But this one, now the friend responded when I was with the phone. And I realized it was a response to, please help me post, I need followers and likes. So it is up to this level that actually they support one another to post. Not knowing that even sharing your details of your socials, someone can use it against you tomorrow if you have a problem. This is where we've had nudes, content, unfair content about children leaking. Why? They share passwords. Parents, tell your children, do not share a password. Make sure it is only you who can access your socials. The same way you cannot let someone into your bedroom just like that. The internet is so internal because it is about you. The same way that we apply safety and speak to our children about safety, a person you can't relate with offline, don't relate with them online. If you can't talk to a person of a certain caliber offline, don't talk to that person online.
Well, the illusion is that we're in different spaces, we're in different times. Also, it's a global community. So they're in London, I'm in Uganda. What are the chances that we'll physically meet?
There is a lot of grooming online. People specifically, it is purposed that someone will reach out to a child,
will target,
move with them slowly. I have a young boy who happens to be our neighbor. This boy told me of a friend he met. The boy stayed in Kenya and they used to talk all the time.
Okay.
And now, for some time, so he would tell me, I have a friend, he's in Kenya. And I'm like, okay, so how did you link up? Via WhatsApp. Like, but how did you get his number? He just sent out a message and I responded. And he has been my friend. You know this virtual friendship that you can't even attach.
That come as hi and
exactly.
you respond.
And there came a time when he was telling me, my friend is sending me things. And I'm like, things? Did you pay? Did you buy them? He told me it's a gift.
How old is this boy?
He's about 17.
Okay.
So he was supposed to receive gifts from a friend. Friend he didn't even know. So I told him, be careful, you're going to be cheated. He told me, no, I've seen him for a long time. So this character was actually strategic. He first made sure that there is that trust. He built it, and then he comes into
How does the story end?
And this young boy had shared details of up to where he stays. So parents, our children are sharing even details about our homes, about our everything about us with their friends. And finally, when this gentleman requested for money, this is when he wakes up and comes back to me. Now imagine if this child didn't have someone they can trust. That would have been. So there is a lot that parents can do, but start with opening up. Accepting that our children are accessing the internet. Give them tips. Let them know that you can't share this, you can't share your... we have to be private online the same way we are private offline.
On that note, Paulah, when you talked about now you have some safeguards for yourself, how have those safeguards helped you be a better person?
Well...
And haven't you felt left out, or, you know, within your peer groups?
Well, yeah, that one for sure. Because sometimes they be having like the late night calls, you know, the WhatsApp calls that girls do, and man, in our house we can't do that. So I feel like it has really helped me become a better person, because now I can get time to read my Bible, read my books, to go to the gym, do other activities. But then I was always on the net, and something that's very interesting is that you don't even realize you're spending hours on the phone. Because you say, okay, I'm going to do this when I finish this video, and then you scroll. Next thing is even more interesting.
4 hours later.
Next thing you know, you're all tired, your head is pain, you haven't even eaten. It's crazy. It's crazy.
What do you feel your fellow peers need to adopt in order to feel safer while they're engaging with the internet? Because at the end of the day, I mean, we're in a digital era, so education is now moving digital. You can't, you know, gaming is on digital. I mean, now parents cannot allow you to go visit, but they can allow you to have first time with your friends.
Yeah, sure. So the question is, what
mechanisms or what tips can you give to your fellow peers?
One, don't have a phone if you're like, don't ever have a phone in private like I did. Like, I got myself a phone without them knowing.
Wait, how did you get the money?
That's crazy. So
that's another story.
Okay.
So in my house, for anyone to have a phone, they need to like finish Form 6.
Okay.
And yet at school it was different with other kids.
Yeah.
They used to have phones, and then they used to, I sent you this every time they would come to school, and I didn't have that. So I said, how do I get a phone? Stacy, how do you get a phone? What I did, I said, now I'm going to collect money. I was in boarding school, so every money they used to give me like upkeep, I used to keep it. I used to like use what they give me, the snacks and grab. Yeah. And every time I went back to, like, in my holidays, I used to tell my brothers, I can wash for you, I can do this, so that they can give me money at a fee. So I got money, I bought my phone, I used to use it in private, and that I was talking to Hadijah, and she didn't know that I was using my phone in private. So one thing, every young child, it's so dangerous, because I was exposed to a lot of things without their supervision. I didn't know how to navigate the internet, and it's when I joined High Sound for Children that I realized, oh, I wasn't supposed to be doing this. I wasn't. So one thing for sure, please be patient. If your parents says you're going to have a phone in this class, or use their phones. I mean, they can be allowing, but just let them know.
Some parents are two phone tycoons. They can share one phone for a period of time. Yeah,
it's safer that way. And also parents, maybe to parents, also I feel like parents should also be engaged. How? If something happens online, maybe a story about cyberbullying, maybe hate speech about someone, ask your child, what do you think of that?
Have you experienced it?
Yeah, don't just jump into a lecture. You know, sometimes we also no, like, for sure. Yeah, like, for sure. Ask me, what do you think about this? What would you do if you are in this situation, or your friend? When you invite my perspective on that, you're not only asking questions, but you are building trust. Okay. Like, can I ask you a question? Like, if something happens, because when I tell you that, then I'll know I can talk to mommy when this happens. I can talk to mommy when, you know. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, Auntie Hadijah, you clearly have been doing a lot of work helping young people use the internet safely. And I know there's the Safety Online Holiday Learning Camp that's coming up. Yeah. What's the focus and why did you start it? What's the focus and how do you intend to actually help these young, beautiful souls live safely in the invisible world?
Yeah, it is the third time it's happening that we bring young people together to speak to them about online safety. And this is after realizing that actually you can't stop. And to the parents, please, you can't stop. Let's empower them. Because the more, I think it is science, the more you stop a young child from doing something, the more they do it. So let us now support them, and what we do, we bring young people together, we talk to them but also do practical sessions on how they can stay online. We also have sharings. Last time we got a young child who even slid into depression because of the internet, and she was also living a fake life. You know, internet gives us a fake life. Yes. You see people and you think they are well off, yet they are struggling like you. Now you also want to be like them and you end up making mistakes. So we talk to these children about the need to be careful, about to be intentional on who you interact with. And this time round we are happy that we have someone from the US mission. Lately, before you get a visa, they scan your socials.
Of course they do.
And our children do not know. So we want to support them create a clean digital footprint. For us, we did so many dirty things when we were little, but no one can trace them. But our children, that will be brought up against them. So we speak to them about responsible usage, and we shall have someone from the mission to talk to them. Okay. We have different speakers, but also young people, talking to young people.
When is the camp? Is it a physical camp?
On the 29th and 30th August. We are meeting at Mama FM grounds, where we shall meet. It is physical, completely physical.
From what time to what time?
It starts at 8, stops at 4. The parents take back their children, then bring them the next day for 2 days.
Paulah and I getting free lunch.
Of course, the lunch is provided.
Okay, is there a fee attached to it?
Yes, 100,000.
100,000 per
50,000 per day.
Okay, 50,000 per day. Okay, that's very interesting. Yes. How can people get this information?
So they can visit online. We've been doing a lot of campaigning because we are partnering with Raising Teenagers. We are doing with Trailblazers. We are working with different organizations, Peace Uganda, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Gender. So on all the socials of those organizations we've been sharing. But someone can also call the number. I don't know if I can go ahead and share.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please call 0776 997923 so that you can register your child.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Auntie Hadijah and Paulah, Stacy. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and I hope you become an ambassador of this message. As we're moving forward, the key takeaway from this conversation is that we must have safety guards for children as they engage on the online unsafe world. It's our responsibility as parents, as guardians, to take care of them and watch over them as they are engaging in this world. Also, the camp details have been shared with you. You can go over to those social platforms and get engaged and have your child trained accordingly.